Huh? SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Sure thing. Ah! You scared? Bad news? Go ahead, ready.
Not enough minerals.
Huh? Let's go. In the rear. Let's go. Go ahead.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
SCV ready. Huh? What? Bad news? Big job. SCV ready. In the rear. Let's go. SCV ready. Go ahead. Go ahead. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. Ah! You scared me. What's going? Bad news? Go ahead. Roger. Big job, huh? Ah! Armed and ready. You gonna give me orders? Affirmative.
Command center upgrade complete.
What's up, Dust? Glad to have you back,
What's
bro.
going on?
We're gonna do the proxy starport version of this. It's actually been quite a while since I've done that.
Huh?
I don't like it as much because it is riskier, but whatever. It's what we're doing.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. SCV ready. Big jump.
Base is under not enough minerals.
Ah! You scared? By the number.
Okay, he's going to be particularly vulnerable
Go
with
ahead.
that,
Huh? SCV ready.
Twilight. So I'm actually very pleased to see that.
What's it worth? I'm going out to get from a...
Base is under attack.
Systems go. Taking some fire here.
Yes, indeed.
Cyclone receiving.
Additional supply depots required.
SCV ready. Got
Base is under attack.
Enemy contact.
where? Screw. Bad news. SCV ready. What? You want something? What's going on? Huh? SCV ready.
Optics online. Let's go kill
Sick.
something.
Hit and run. Get from above. SCV ready. Where?
Enemy contact.
Ready. I'm going out. SCV ready. You're the Reaper Man. Got something for me to kill. SCV ready. Where's Screw? Nothing I can't handle. Death from above. Oh yeah, babe. What's it worth?
Add-on complete.
I'm listening. SCV ready.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready. What? I'm listening. Got something for me to
This is a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie.
SCV ready. Where's Screw? Sir. What? You. Yeah. SCV ready. I'm going. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready.
Engine screaming. Receiving. Roger that.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete.
I can't build here.
You know what? Respect to that guy for saying well played. Respect to him, because I know that's a really annoying build to lose to. Hey, what's up, Killshay? It's been a while, man. Good to see you. Thank you for the welcome back. So we'll welcome back Atira, Aku, Dust, Killshay showing up, Falconet. I actually missed Jackal was in the stream earlier. Just bring another Smurf to M3 on NA server. Got so many. Way to go, man. You fought Jiggy on ladder? That's pretty funny. How did it go? Maybe we'll let Jiggy tell us. See if you guys have the same story or not. I felt bad. I missed Jackal. I missed a few people who showed up in the chat earlier. I think Rocket Raccoon was a new face I had seen, but I was in such a hurry to leave. Wasn't able to read the chat very well. So my apologies, guys. Alright, so would anybody like to get in a peep mode session? If so, let me know. I'm going to try to get one more game in here while we wait for some more people to come back, hopefully. Then we'll get a peep mode session going. So, alright, Dust, you're ready right now? You know what? Screw it, because I don't want to risk. Yeah, let's just start the peep mode up right now, because I have about an hour before I have to go to the gym. So let's just get that keep mode, that peep mode session rocking right now. Where the heck is it? Arcade, that's right. Okay. Okay, frame show's coming. Sweet. So if anybody in chat wants to join the peep mode, let me know. Thanks, Atira. You should join us one of these times, by the way. It'd be good practice. Alright. I don't even remember what we did last time. I think it may have been... Was it 16-bit last time? Is there no Lost and Found peep mode? I guess not. I just want to mix it up. But, alright. So we got Catalyst. We got 16-bit. Not doing Darkness Sanctuary. Screw that. So I guess it's just going to be Catalyst. We are on NA right now. And, oh wait, shoot. Let me, I think I have most of you guys added from my main account. So let me hop onto my main account, and then we'll do it from there. It would be traumatizing. I mean, you know, sometimes the higher league players in the group mix it up and do some off race. Alright. Okay, we've got Dust. Who else wanted to join? Okay, we've got Aku. Great. Falconet, are you in, sir? Falconet is in. So, Dust, should we wait for Frame Show? Or should we just go now and rehost when he's on? I don't know how long he's going to take. Oh, okay, great. Anyone else in chat want to join? Let's do it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to refresh my chat. 1 second, guys. By the way, again, to remind you guys, on Thursday, it's very unlikely that I'll be able to stream. I'm going to be in DC the whole day for work. I'll be getting back probably pretty late at night, so I doubt I'll be able to stream on Thursday at all. But I will stream tomorrow, and I'll stream on Friday also. So just count on Thursday being out, and then August 14th, I'll be going to Brazil for 2 weeks. So second half of August, I will not be here. I get back, I think, September 1st. I'll have to double check. I still don't remember, but I'll be gone for roughly 2 weeks, and then I'll be back at it. Alright, so we got Jiggy, we've got Frame Show. Let's do it. I will cast the games that I'm not playing. I think we've got, everybody here is pretty evenly matched for the most part. Everyone is right around that Master 3, Master 2 range, I think. I mean, even Aku is, I think, Diamond 1, but he's pretty solid. And Jiggy, I think right now is Diamond 1, technically, but he's been Master 3 many, many times, so should be a pretty good peep mode session here. I like Silver too. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. All right, here we go. So, gonna cast this one, boys. Should be a good match here. Where is the... Oh, there we go. Least played. Got it. Alright, so. In the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Protoss, Aku. His opponent in the bottom right, in the red, he's our Terran player, Falconet. You know, Jiggy, some people are actually in silver too. Atira, you're like, what, Plat 3, if I recall correctly? Nice little anti-Reaper positioning here. Or, I guess maybe not technically anti-Reaper. Reaper's going to get into the base, but this can cause some pathing problems. A lot of times as a Terran player, you want to run around here and escape out this way, and then you run into a gateway, and you're like, oh crap, I'm going to die when I run through the mineral line. At any rate, both players are going to work or scout. So all caution thus far. And it looks like we're going to see a really fast expansion, actually. By the looks of it, we're going to have a Nexus before Cybernetics Core. Nice scout from Falconet. Sees that. Leaves immediately. What are you talking about, Jiggy? Of course I said hi to you. Are you serious? I said hi to you in the first stream. Of course I did, bro.
Bad news?
I wouldn't do you like that. I don't know what you were doing. You must have been raiding or something. Watch the VOD if you don't believe me. All the video evidence is there. Oh, you were gone? Alright, it's your own damn fault then.
What? You want something?
And not with Terran Azari, that's alright. For most people, I think most people's off race is at least 2 tiers below. My off race, my Protoss. Again, I'm below, so technically it's Diamond 1, but it's the MMR is Diamond 2 right now. My Zerg is Diamond 2, but the MMR is Diamond 3, etc. But I think most people are right around 2 tiers. 2 tiers to a full league below their main race with their off race. Anyway, nice harassment here from Falconet thus far. He's going to have a chance to, and this is exactly what I was talking about, by the way. Good job by Falconet to adjust. He was about to run into that wall. But only one worker killed thus far. I thought he was going to get the second one. In fact, I think he should. If he micros it, he will definitely get a second, possibly a third. And we do have Aku positioning himself outside of the possible third base of the Terran. Not sure if he wants to dip back in for a scout, or if he wants to throw down a forward pylon. My bet would be that it's going to be for scout. I mean, this is really, really painful damage now at this point. Oh my goodness, are you serious? The Adept is stuck. Oh my, that is so frustrating. Oh my goodness. That, just saw that at the end. The Adept was probably like 1 pixel away from escaping. My off race is a tier level. Dang. No mercy there. Alright, we got random versus random. Alright, I took the last ZVZ we played, but if I recall correctly, I think the first, I can't recall if it was PvP or ZVZ, but Frame Show won it. The first off-race game we played. Last one we played, I won with Mass Lings against his Roaches. That was 2 days ago. So I'm gonna look to build off of that huge win.
Spawn more overlords.
Why is he sending that in so far?
minerals. We require more minerals. Not enough energy. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require... Our forces are under attack. Not enough energy. 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 The hive cluster is under attack.
Sucks for me.
Not enough energy.
GG.
Our forces
Tried to take him by
are under
surprise.
attack.
Didn't work.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Alright, let's get this one underway. Between zeros when see no units lair. Alright, in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the Blue Zerg Dust. His opponent in the bottom right, representing Protoss, he is Aku. We'll see if Dust looks to continue his reinvention of himself, his reinvention of his style. I know in ZVT he's been mixing in new builds lately, because for the longest time he was doing the same build every single game. He did it well, so he was successful with it. But he wanted to start opening up a bit. What's up, Rogue? Boo this race! Boo! So Aku again with the Gateway Expand, getting that Nexus pretty darn early. Really is a big difference waiting for that Cybernetics core as opposed to throwing this down first. It's kind of, I mean, I know Protoss players probably take it for granted, but as a Terran, it's not completely unheard of, but it is pretty rare to do something like a factory expand. Every once in a while in TVT, players will do it. I mean, for that matter, sometimes in what did I say, TVT? Yeah, in TVT, you can do it sometimes. Even in TVP, you can do it sometimes, but it's definitely not common. It's usually barracks and then expand. But for Protoss, both seem to be I don't know if I would say equally common, but both are definitely played with frequency. Gateway, then Nexus, or Gateway Cybernetics Core, and then Nexus. So, gives you two quite different expansion timings. Anyway, Aku's got this all locked up here at the front. And Dust is going for his customary fast third base. We'll see if he goes into his Hydraling Bane style. No Queen just yet from the main. I'm wondering if that's because he's supply blocked, Overlords are in production. I'm actually not too familiar with how Dust plays ZVP compared to ZVT, which is the matchup that I see him play the most in our practice games. So I don't know if the Mass Queen Hydraling Bane is a thing really in ZVP or not, or if he's going to tech faster for Lair. Evolution Chamber. And a Dark Shrine, ooh, a Dark Shrine plus a Robotics Facility for Aku. By the looks of it, we're going to be seeing Dark Templar drops. Scout from Aku is going to spot the third base.
Ire shall be reclaimed.
And still no additional, okay, I lied, it's just not showing up right here, or, okay, yeah, so not really additional queens. I mean, there's one being added here at the third base, but no queens at the moment at the main or the natural. I would imagine Dust is probably going to poke in pretty soon now to try to get a tech scout. Where is that Dark Shrine, by the way? Oh, wow, that's an interesting location. We're gonna, I don't think, yeah, Dust can't see that for sure. I'm gonna check his vision right now. Yeah, he's got no idea. So I will say, Dust does have a tendency to go up to Lair pretty late. Cancels, yes, cancels the Spore Crawler. That may come back to bite Dust. Oh my goodness, the Lings are going to get in! Oh, what a critical error. This actually could have been fantastic for Aku, but he abandons his position at the worst possible moment. Dust pounces on that opening, and now Aku's tech has officially been scouted. Spore Crawlers are going to be on the way. If Aku can focus down the spores, maybe he can get damage done. In fact, he's not even going to try it. He's going to pull back. He might join up with the other DTs and run back in. I'm not sure, but the worst part of this for Aku is Lair is over halfway done now, and we've got a Spore Crawler at every base. So Dust right on top of that entrance there as soon as Aku moved out with his Adepts. Dust pounced, made the most of it, and I mean this is just a very bad position now for Aku. Even with the Archons against the Lings, he's going to lose one of them. Things have now gone from bad to worse. Dust with excellent positioning there, and GG is called. Where I display my intense micro and your lack of making racks. That was a sick game, by the way, you guys, Brogue and Jiggy. I am back. Lights out 2 days in a row. Oh wow, what the heck? What's going on there, Doom Cookie? Some sort of power shortage, or is there a storm, or what? Alright, let's do it. This should be a good match. These guys had a really good match on Acid Plant last time. Yeah, Brogue, I will definitely be up for games tonight after I get back from the gym, for sure. I want anybody to know life for... Dang, man. Sorry to hear that. Alright, let's get into this one. So, in the top left-hand corner of the map, he is the blue Terran, Jiggy. His opponent in the bottom right, in the red trunks, it is Falconet. Falconet doing his due diligence scouting for proxies. He knows he's up against Jiggy, so that's always a good idea. Jiggy's probably thinking right now, he's going to go back and watch the VOD. He's like, what are you talking about, bro? I never proxy anything. SCV's going to high five in the center of the map. Let's get it. Boom. And we have our first deviation. Jiggy is getting his second gas already. It looks like Falconet is setting up just for a normal Reaper expansion. So that is done off of one gas. Sure thing, Doom Cookie. Alright, so we let them know. We'll get you in on the after this game here. Jiggy with the gas steal. What an obnoxious little prick. Oh my goodness. It's so annoying because you know 9 times out of 10 they're going Reaper first. The Reaper will take forever to kill that. I mean, with that being said, once the natural gets up, you could actually start the refinery down here now if you really want that second gas. But it is pretty annoying. Things may be shaping up for a Reaper Cyclone build from Jiggy. I'm not sure. He could actually could win this Reaper battle. If he follows that Reaper and kills it, he will be in position to get a really nice bit of damage done. Not properly focusing the SCV, building the factory. That can be a little tough though sometimes. It's hard to hit the SCV when they're in the middle of the factory. Falconet is going to give chase. If he kills the Reaper of Jiggy now, that'll also be really nice. I think Jiggy could have done a bit more with that. Just needed to be more precise in his micro. But Falconet should be A-okay. It's going to be 2 Reapers and a Cyclone against, it's going to be Reaper Cyclone against Reaper Cyclone. Jiggy's going to kill a few SCVs to start. However, the second Reaper does close in for Falconet. He's not going to be able to kill either of the Reapers. Nice control from Jiggy. Very good job backing off just when he needed it. Now, if Jiggy presses up here, where is his Cyclone, by the way? Okay, there it is. So if Jiggy presses at the front, what he can do is use the Cyclone for DPS on the... Hey, what's up, Jackal? Great to see you, man. Alright, so, yeah, we'll get you in. Doom Cookie, if anybody else in chat wants in, let me know. But so I was going to say, what Jiggy can do is use the Cyclone for DPS on this and Reapers for grenades to stun SCVs for the repair. Not to mention just hitting units and getting stun on those as well. The Cyclone might be able to kill a Reaper. Great job by Jiggy with the with the grenades. Cyclone's going to join up with the Reapers now. Would have liked to see it working on this, to be honest. That Cyclone actually could have taken out this bunker if it was attacking while the Reapers ran away. Jiggy is expanding on the high ground. Getting a tech lab. I'm assuming he'll go into tanks. I don't think it's going to be for a switch, but who knows. We'll keep our eye on that. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about here. Good job salvaging the bunker from Falconet. And this is going to come down to the grenades. The repair can be mitigated by good grenades. Good job by Falconet. Kills 1 Reaper. That should, for the most part, repel this little pressure, especially with the second Cyclone coming out. It's time for Jiggy to back off and head into macro mode. There's a slight worker lead right now for Falconet. Cost us, absolutely, man. Yeah, so we will rehost. We're getting 3 more guys. Let me make sure so I get everybody when we rehost. We got Doom Cookie, we got Jackal, and we've got Costas. Costas, we're on NA, by the way, so you'll have to add me on NA. Join, what is it? Doom Drop TV, just like that, with a space between each word on NA, and I'll add you from there, okay? Doom Drop TV on NA. Okay, great. So we'll catch you after this game. Frame show firing out those shots though. 1 Void Ray beats 200 roaches. This is true. Whoa, what is this? A 3rd base for Jiggy prior to the 10-minute mark? This boy's serious about his macro now. I like it. Jiggy has always had pretty good army control. I think if there's a weakness that we can pick on, it's definitely been his macro. He tends to be really, really aggressive, but doesn't set himself up economically behind it. So it's not really an all-inner, I wouldn't say. He's not doing timing attacks, but he's just so aggressive, like I said, that it'll just kind of let go of his macro. At any rate, Banshee's going to come in, should pick up a couple of kills here. A lot of these SCVs were damaged from the Reapers, so 3 kills to start. Forces a scan and actually doesn't take any... Oh, spoke too soon. Just a tiny bit of damage there on the Banshee. So just being as annoying as possible. Up to 4 kills. We'll definitely get at least a couple more. Wow, that looked like it was out of range. It was kind of crazy. Anyway. Oh, I hate... That happens to me all the time. The scan when the Banshee runs out of energy. It's so frustrating. This needs to be uncloaked. I think he's going to run out of energy by the time he arrives there. I mean, clearly a misclick of sorts. There's no way he wanted to do this. But yeah, he's going to arrive at the base, and yes, just as I predicted, he's going to be out of energy as soon as he gets there, so that sucks. Yeah, he just realized it now. He's like, what on earth did I just do? But at any rate, the Banshees have definitely been worth it so far. Jiggy has gotten off to a nice start. I guess with that being said, he's down 6 workers. So I'm not sure if he intentionally stopped producing. One way or the other, he definitely did stop producing workers at one point. Banshee is actually missing an opportunity here. He could start picking off a lot of these workers at the third base. Reaper is going to come up here. Just keep an eye on the army of the opponent. Master's top 4. Anyway. Banshee is now officially sandwiched in here. I like these supply depots from Falconet. It's going to give him really good scouting. As far as the upgrades go, it looks like there is going to be a slight lead for Falconet. That's always nice in a mirror matchup, especially when you're going with the same composition. Just joined Doomdrop TV. Okay, great, Costas. So right after this game, we'll add you. Yep, exactly. Yeah, Doom Cookie's got you covered there. Double scan. Not sure what that's all about there from Jiggy. Really not sure why he did that. I mean, I'm guessing he wanted to locate the army, but probably should have gone back in with the Banshee at the natural and then maybe scanned the third or something. I don't know, but he doesn't have too many workers right now. Doesn't have too many workers right now. Oh my goodness, and this is the worst possible outcome for him. This is the worst possible outcome for him, and Falconet is going to be elated when he sees this Doom drop. I can't believe it. Unless he does, he should see it. I think he just missed it. He scans ahead. All right, so he's going to pick off the third, no doubt. Jiggy is just going to have to go all in with this Doom drop, which is queued up for the main, but there's nothing at home. So it's going to be a base trade with a huge time advantage to Falconet. He is hitting much, much sooner than Jiggy will. Jiggy is going to boost in now. He's actually going to run into just one turret. So maybe a second one. Maybe a second one. It does finish now. Falconet has it contained. He's going to elect to return. I think this might be the right decision. It's really hard to make this call because there's a defensive position set up right here. At the same time, if he returns and clears this, he's going to be up a full base. This third base here is still mining. The natural, of course, is mining too, and he killed the third base of Jiggy. So it looks like Jiggy's going to do a good bit of damage to the production, but I don't think he's even going to get any upgrades. If he can take the upgrades out, maybe that'll help, but with that being said, he isn't researching for himself. So even if he takes out those upgrades, I don't think it's going to matter. And now he's going to find himself at a 2-2 to 1-1 deficit and down a base. The only thing that Jiggy has going right now is the army supply. I'm not able to check it with this interface, but as we can see, there's a 5-worker lead for Falconet, but he is slightly behind in supply. This, of course, means that the army supply advantage goes somewhat significantly to Jiggy, but again, it's going to be 2-2 versus 1-1, and that is a gigantic advantage in a mirror matchup. The Banshee is going to head back into the main. Unfortunately for him, he's going to run into a turret. Meanwhile, the main army of Jiggy is posturing to attack the third. However, Falconet is already there to receive him, and this is where that supply depot comes in. I really like that. It's going to get the scout off well in time to defend here. I think the Banshee just went down. Yes, indeed it did. And I don't think we have Vikings for either player. Let me double check that. All right, so 1 Viking, actually. I'm not sure where it is. Got 1 Viking for Falconet. That will help a lot with the Marine Tank versus Marine Tank battle. Jiggy is rebuilding his third, so if he can do some damage here, he might be able to pull himself back in the game. However, he's taking a lot of damage from the tanks. That is not going to help his cause. He needs to keep all of his units alive right now while he is not mining from a third base. Falconet is going to start taking off in terms of supply. He's got his production back in order, has all of his add-ons rebuilt. Jiggy is going to try to hit from another angle. Falconet preempting that, moving his army already. Should be good to go. The tank count is ever so slightly in Jiggy's favor. But again, every fight right now is going to be 2-2 versus 1-1. 2-2 is still about 30 seconds away. Liberators are probably going to be the nail in Jiggy's coffin, even with all of the tanks there. Jiggy is just barely staying alive. He actually has a lot of his army not joined up with the rest of it, so Falconet was able to have one of those full army versus like half or 3/4 army scenarios. Oh my, Jiggy's going to lose a tank as well. He's going to lose a tank. If Falconet catches this, he's just going to stim forward. No. Doesn't even need to do that. Saves the health on his Marines. Say no to drugs, kids. Okay. All right, Broke. Broke, hit me up when you're ready to play later. Can you guys please count? I'm guessing it's going to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I'm guessing he stayed on 5 because he wasn't able to get a 4th base up, but still. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, but it's actually morphing in a planetary here. A bit of a desperation move. I don't really blame him, though. He has to hold this base, and if it is an orbital, I think there's a very, very small chance that he's going to be able to do that. The army supply advantage is vastly in Falconet's favor, and not only that, he's going to carry that full set of upgrades, advantage over Jiggy into the next fight. Falconet is getting a 5th base, so his macro has not missed a beat. He's basically 3 racks. Scan sees that it is, in fact, a planetary fortress at the 3rd. That shouldn't deter Falconet. He has the air advantage with the Vikings, even has a Liberator, which is also going to help a lot against pushing back those tanks. Jiggy does have double tank production, but like I said, when you don't have the air advantage, your tanks, I mean, they're still very good, but they're not quite as valuable. You need to be able to elongate their range with vision, and of course the best way to get that vision is through controlling the skies. So 5th base is now on location. Should be seeing planetaries at both, I would imagine. And Jiggy needs another base as soon as possible. He is actually adding more barracks now. I think he's up, is he up to 8 or is he on 7? Yeah, he's on that weird number 7. But without a 4th base, it isn't going to matter. Actually going to lose one of his medevacs full of Marines, and GG is called. Alright, guys. So we've got Doom Cookie, Costas, and Jackal are going to join. Let's do it, guys. Alright, Costas, I just sent you a friend request and gonna invite you to the game now. Invite, invite, invite. Need to get Costas in there. And whom are we missing? Jiggy. Okay, we got Jiggy, so we need a frame show. Dang, are you serious, Jackal? That sucks. Looking forward to having you in here. That main life, man. Are you serious? Wow. How do you even play with that? That's crazy. I remember when I had like 10 by 1, I think it was. I was getting a ton of lag then. It was barely playable. Alright, man, I hope you get that fixed so you can play with us at some point again, Jackal. That sucks, man. Hopefully when I have 10, I'll get more MMR. Honestly, it's going to help a lot. So I used to play, before I streamed, and I only streamed, of course, when I got an actual PC, but I played on a MacBook, and it was an old MacBook from like 2008. So, as you can imagine, my FPS was terrible. I was very lucky if I got 30. And the as I was saying, the speed was about 10. A lot of times it would be lower than that because this is when I was living at home, and there are a lot of people in the house, you know, watching Netflix. It wasn't fiber internet, it was cable, so it was on a shared network. But I did get up to master, or I'm sorry, I got up to diamond in those conditions, and then when I got my PC, I got up to master pretty darn quickly after that. But it was a nightmare. So I feel your pain for sure. I'll be watching from your heart, man. I appreciate you showing up to watch. Spelled Diamond 3 wrong. Ouch. Alright. In the bottom right hand corner of the map, he is the memer, the dreamer. It's the blue Terran, Doom Cookie. This boy brings it in the chat. His opponent in the top left, and at the same time in the bottom right, he is the red Terran, Jiggy. Is he going for... Okay, he's going to go for Proxy 2-Rax Reaper. So, I guess with that being said, alright, I was about to say it could be Marauders, but he wouldn't put the barracks so close together because it'll delay him when he has to lift to put the add-on down. So, I'm going to see Proxy 2-Rax Reaper. No SCV Scout from Doom Cookie, so this is actually going to be disastrous. It's extremely difficult to hold this when you have no indication that it's coming. Now, one SCV is going out now, but the problem is with TVT, you need to SCV Scout at 17. And the reason why you SCV Scout at 17 is specifically for builds like this. This SCV is going to get over here. By the time it gets up the ramp, there's already going to be a Reaper in the base. In fact, the Reaper will get in the base before the SCV even gets up the ramp. So, by the time he realizes he's up against a proxy, it's going to be 2 Reapers versus 1 Reaper, and that is extremely difficult to hold. You need to pull SCVs. So SCV does get up here now, while the Reaper is getting some kills back at home. Jiggy is going to run right into the mineral line. Second Reaper being queued up. Factory has been delayed, and this is what I'm talking about. 2 Reapers versus 1 Reaper. Doom Cookie Junpookie needs to pull at least 4 SCVs to deal with this. Nice little block here. I will say that. Good job getting that down. But the problem is, like I said, you've got these 2 Reapers just going ham in the base. Junpookie doing the best that he can to buy time until that Reaper comes out. He might even complete his factory, but even when he does, he's not going to have enough time to, he's not going to have enough minerals to produce from both of these structures. So there's a Cyclone, but GG is called. Jiggy and his proxies. Oh, what's up, Naka? Okay, we'll rehost after this. Rehosting, slacking. Yeah, everybody has to be in my stream as soon as I go live, or else. What is with you people? You have lives or something? Come on.
We require more minerals.
Blitz, what's up, man? Yeah, you know it, bro. Swarming these sons of bees.
Spawn more overlords. We require more Vespingas. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
A move him to death. I'll do my best.
More minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. Spawn more overlords.
If this was ladder, honestly, I would probably just go all in right now. But that won't actually be fun.
Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords. We require more minerals. We require more metamorphosis. We require more minerals. We require more Vespine gas. We require more Vespine gas. We require more minerals. We must creep. Not enough energy. We require more Vespine gas. The hive cluster is under attack. Not enough energy. Spawn more overlords. We require more minerals. Not enough energy. Not enough energy. Not enough energy. Metamorphosis complete. Not enough energy. We require more Vespine gas. We require more Vespine gas. Spawn more. The hive cluster is under attack. We require more minerals. We require. We require metamorphosis. We require. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. Mutation complete.
I really need a fourth, badly.
Mutation complete. Our forces are under attack.
GG.
Drones are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Hey, what's up, Cowan? How you doing, man? Alright, we're gonna get Naka in here. Who else? You need more bases. Yeah, I've kind of realized too late is my fourth base was so freaking late. Good, I'm glad to hear it, man. Ready for the weekend. We still have a long ways to go though. All right, play again. All right, we're gonna get Naka in here. This is gonna be the last rehost for today. So if anybody else wants in, let me know right now because I'm gonna have to go to the gym in about 30 minutes. So. Packed out week work-wise. Dang, man. Yeah, when I get back from the gym, I intend to play again, and we'll do a peak mode then, Jiggy. Okay, let's see. Are we missing anyone? Got Dust, Jiggy, Falconet, Aku, Naka, Doom Cookie, Sorrow. I think we have everyone. Wait. Why did Frameshow just leave? I want to do an off-stream practice session. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm totally cool with that too. It's actually been a few days since I've done it, so that would definitely help me to focus more. All right. So we're waiting on Costas and next one without me. 3 AM is too much for this. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. All right, let's do it. We'll get another session in tomorrow. Dude, Symphonic Chat is going to take over the ladder. With all this practice, guys, we are going to take over the freaking ladder. Yeah, we're going to go with Terran here. I actually didn't even realize I was still clicked in as... Shoot. Why doesn't it let me change this right now? I didn't realize I was still clicked in as random last time. I wanted to play as Terran, but oh well. Wait, what? By the way, what maps are you guys talking about? Or did they announce new ladder maps yet? I imagine they have to be announcing them soon, right? So the season is coming to a close. Oh, they did. Doom Cookie, if you have that link available, or anybody else for that matter, if you guys could link them to me in the chat, I'd really appreciate it. Cause I'll start getting practice in on those tonight. Check it on SC2 official. Okay, it's on the official Battle.net forums. Okay, I'll take a look after this session then. And if anyone has it up, you don't have to go search for it, but if anyone has it up right now and you want to link it, I'd appreciate it. Okay. There it is. Thank you very much, Doom Cookie. I'm going to pull that up here on my laptop. Alright, let's get into this one here. This should actually be a very good game, so I'm excited. Alright, in the top left-hand corner of the map, he is the Red Terran, Frameshow. His opponent in the bottom right, the Blue Zerg, he is Nakamura. Two of my good friends doing battle against one another. Okay, this rock thing has got to be solved, man. What is up with that? I mean, that's actually like a really big deal. I know I've pointed this out on this map before, but I mean, this freaking peep mode, man, I love the idea, but it is so buggy, it's ridiculous. So we've got no rocks here. Let me tab back over to the chat. By the way, have you seen it? Yeah, I saw him streaming earlier today. I didn't get to catch the stream, but I saw that he was online. It's freaking sweet, man. I love watching him. Alright, yeah, thank you guys for linking it. It's there's a famous experiment in the world of physics. I want to say it has to do with the Higgs boson particle. I could be totally wrong about that, so my apologies. But basically, the conundrum is that when the physicists would go to measure this certain particle, it wouldn't be there. It wouldn't exist, or the position of it would change. But I think, oh my goodness, or is it it might have to do with the Heisenberg uncertainty principle as well. I totally forget. It's been a while since I read about it. But basically, the idea was that when you would try to measure it, I think it was a certain way, that it wouldn't be there or it would affect its location, something to that nature. If anyone knows anything about physics, please bail me out here. But that's, long story short, that's what's going on with these rocks. They don't exist at all, but it's like the inverse of it. When you go past them, then they spring into existence. Are you talking about superpositions? It might be. It might be. This is gonna bother me. My good friend, my college roommate, is actually a StarCraft player also. I played with him a couple of weeks ago. He's a physicist. He's the one who initially told me about it. I know it has to do with, I believe it's particles of light, or might be lasers passing through this like slit. I think the experiment might be called the double slit or the dual slit experiment, if I'm not mistaken. This is gonna drive me crazy now. After the stream, I'm gonna have to look this up. It might be in quantum physics. It might be. This is really gonna bother me because it was a really cool, I guess, discovery, or it's more like a conundrum. To my knowledge, they never figured out why it occurs the way that it occurs. Do you know the experiment that I'm talking about, Eku, or are you setting me up to be trolled here? I guess we'll find out with the next sentence. I'm pretty sure it's the dual slit experiment. If I recall correctly, I think that's the name of the experiment. You generate a single photon and run it through the two holes so it splits. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about then? And then do you know what I'm talking about, where there is this conundrum that, to my knowledge, has not been solved? And it has to do with something about the experiment where I guess they theorize that the act of measuring, or the attempted measurements that they're taking, has some sort of impact on the position of the particle, if that's if I remember it correctly. But when you measure it, it is in both places. I think, even though it's just one photon, I think that's it. I believe that's it. Yeah. And I'm gonna have to read up on this again. Like, it's been a long time. It's been years since I've read about this. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. With this, like, basically the observer in this case, the act of somebody running past and observing it, or having vision to this, causes it to spring into existence. Not exactly entirely related, but at any rate, observing a particle may change it. Yes, you can't measure position and energy at the same time. Okay, so I'm not totally crazy. All right, I guess I retained some of that. Darn it, Falconet is lagging out. I was actually looking forward to this game. This was going to be a really good game. These two, I think, have good styles to go against each other for an action-packed game. They're both aggressive players. Well, I guess, wait, then again, it's not Saro who's lagging out. It's Falconet. Let's see. Doesn't exist until we measure it. Okay, dude, Cowan, thank you so much for that link. I'm going to pull that up on the side as well. Oh, darn it. Okay, all right, that sucks. No worries, Falconet. Reality doesn't exist until we measure it. Quantum experiment confirms. Okay, so that is exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, thank you guys for helping me out in the chat. Camp, I didn't think I was describing it very well, so you guys did a great job figuring out what the heck I was talking about. I guess we have to go with the drop now, unfortunately. Let's see, and if energy is 0, it means there's nothing there, so you can't know where it is. Okay, is that also related? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that also related to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle? I can't recall if that's related or not.
Now what?
Alright, that sucks, Falconet. Sorry you dropped, but... I learned it in college, but I can't explain it well in English. No worries, man. I mean, like I said, I learned about this stuff from just talking with my roommate. He's getting his doctorate in physics now. Really smart guy. But I found physics to be fascinating. I never properly studied it. I took just, you know, some introductory level course.
Been waiting on you.
Okay, it is Heisenberg's principle? Okay, great. So I'm not crazy. Maybe I remember a bit more than I thought I did, but you know, I don't remember the details of it too well. But yeah, you guys bailed me out big time. Dude, my chat is pound for pound the smartest chat on Twitch. Okay, I'm making that claim right now, alright? I'm making that claim right now. If anybody disagrees, come at me. My Twitch chat is the smartest Twitch chat on all of Twitch. So what's up? What's up now?
This better be good.
Seriously, how many other StarCraft streamers do you think would have a chat who could actually answer this question, especially based off on my my inadequate description? We nailed it, boys. We nailed it. Heisenberg's meth principle, yeah. I'm sure a lot of chats would get that that reference to Heisenberg. That was a great show, by the way. Nice job here by Frame Show, yeah. So now that the action's picking up, we can get into the real cast.
Waiting on
Just
you.
pulled a Tastosis there, but instead of talking about Battletoads, we talked about quantum physics. Anyway, double drop is going to come into the main, and this is actually a tank. Don't see this too often. I mean, this can be really annoying. It can also just be a waste of a tank. We'll find out which one it is. Nakamura is going to let him off the hook here. Frameshow's going to take advantage of that and just run right back in toward the third. Naka is pulling everything back, but if Frameshow were to focus this down, he could have gotten it. Looks like he's going to elect to try to kill Lings instead. Here goes the tank. Did get 10 kills though, 10 and counting, up to 13. So definitely a good amount of damage from Frameshow. Was it worth a tank? Honestly, I don't know. That tank will become instrumental, or would have been instrumental, in any push here against Lingbane Hydra. But killing 13 Lings is pretty darn nice too. Fourth base is now going to be harassed. Naka does have vision of this secondary party off to the right-hand side. He's going to push away one attack. Got lots and lots of barracks going up to 8 with the fourth base on the way. So once the fourth base is ready, the production is going to really take off with those 8 racks. Naka's looking to counterattack, but his counterattack is being counterattacked by these medevacs that just boost right over all of these Lings. They're going to hit the fourth base again. Shouldn't be able to kill it. Hydras will focus this down, especially with Lings wrapping around from behind. Queens are now going to start to work on the medevacs. One Queen is focused down. They're actually really low energy, so all 4 of these Queens could fall. That's actually a really nice pick off there for Frameshow. Picks off 4 Queens. He's going to start killing a ton of drones. It looks like Nakamura was trying to deal with the drops over here. Wish I could check how many workers have been killed, but this interface won't let me, so we can only just see the total worker count. 63 to 54
Ready for
in
pickup?
favor of Frameshow. He's doing a great job so far. Fourth base is about to finish up. The only thing that's really in Nakamura's favor right now is the fact that he was able to keep his bases alive. But, I mean, there's still a drop here that could come back and pick this off. It is possible. If he can catch Nakamura's army out of position, Frameshow might be able to take that down. Let's see. Math is not that bad in physics. It usually begins in actual math. Yeah, I am. You don't have to prove every single word at the very least. I imagine that to be very, very tedious. I don't have much of an education in that. Like, when I say that, I mean, you know, obviously I did the basic stuff that you had to in school, but never went to any super advanced maths just because it wasn't necessary for what I was studying. But it's kind of unfortunate because later, you know, after graduating from university, I became a lot more interested in math and physics. Wish I would have been interested while I was actually in school. Anyway, lots and lots of Marines with medevac support going to take out the fourth base. It's 2-2 versus 2-2, 3-3 on the way. Nice victory here for Nakamura, taking out this Terran army, but he is now a base behind his Terran opponent. I think this is actually accurate since it's the first game. After the first game in Peep mode, the units lost tab will become worthless.
Flight's here.
Frame Show is going to run back in. Naka's actually researching Burrow. I do like that. Could be a comeback mechanic for him.
Where's the emergency?
However, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this. He doesn't even see it right now, so we could end up in a base trade scenario. The Planetary Fortress will do well to buy a lot of time. Frame Show is just going to go for it. Naka does have vision of this now. He takes out the fourth base. If he goes for the base trade, which honestly might be the best decision, I don't know how he's going to be able to deal with this. Even if he gets all of his units back, maybe if the Lings get on top of the tanks, he could be able to take this out. The tanks do go down, all four of them as a matter of fact. And it is Marine medevac now against Hydra Ling. Keep in mind the lair is going to be taken out in the main if it is focused down. The army supply is vastly in Frame Show's favor. A lot of that army, in fact, almost all of it, is at home. The empty medevac and the full medevac do get picked off, but is that worth a lair? Sadly for Nakamura's sake, I don't think so. He lost his third base, his main, which was the lair. His economy is in shambles right now, and I don't think he's going to be able to produce enough to take this army that is assembling outside of the fourth base that is being rebuilt for Frame Show. 3-3 is about to finish up, so we're going to have 3-3 against 2-2. I think the Hydras have an upgrade. Yeah, the Hydras do have one attack upgrade. See you later, Cowan. Thanks a lot for stopping by, man. I always appreciate it. Hope you have a great night. Naka got 4.6 when I last watched you stream. Yeah, on the European server. GG is called. Pretty wild game. Freaking. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Alright, let's see. Did I miss anything else in the chat? Because seriously, every single game was 20 plus minute macro fest. Neither played at any pressure. It killed all my energy. Oh man. Alright, what do we have here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think Falconet called it correctly in the chat. The punishment we all expect. This is going to be a bloodbath. Better watch for proxy. Yep. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the introductions underway. No way to check race in this thing. Oh wait, did Frame Show queue up as? Wait, what do you mean? Roach avatar equals. Oh, did you think you were playing a ZVZ? All right. Before I do that, let's get the introductions underway. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, he is our Zerg player, Dust. His opponent in the top left, the one and only, Doing It Jiggy. So, these boys go at it on a daily basis in the chat. Lots of trash talking. Jiggy has managed to take a game off of Frame Show, or I'm sorry, off of Dust. I know Frame Show will appreciate that. Off of Dust with a proxy 4-racks Marine build. I'm sure Dust loved losing to that. And then the next game that they played, which was on this map, by the way, if I recall correctly, it was a 2-1-1 into tank push, and Dust narrowly held on and ended up winning. So to my knowledge, they haven't played since then. Looking forward to seeing what happens here. Let the bloodshed begin. That is right, Doom Cookie. Damn straight about that. These boys are constantly at each other's throats in the chat. Well, now they get to go at it. Get to put the gloves on, get into the ring, and go at it here on Catalyst. So, just a regular old Reaper expansion for now. We'll see if Dust goes with his Hydraling Bane style or the Roach Ravager all-in that he pulled out during the last Peep Mode session. He did it, I think, 2 or 3 times. It was very effective. He didn't lose with it, as far as I recall. And yeah, Naka, that was a good game. Pretty wild game. Frame show's solid. He's a Master 1 Terran, so. Jiggy with the eBay block and the pressure. You know Dust is cursing right now. Cursing Jiggy's name, probably the day of his birth as well. 3 Ling kills and maybe even a drone. If Jiggy properly microassists, yes, he does in fact get it. He's going to pull back and kill some more Lings. Now, I know that Dust, being a very, I want to say rigid player. I don't mean that necessarily in a bad way. But, I mean, he has his builds that he likes, and that's what he sticks with. And he's good. He's very good at executing them. So we'll see how he adjusts here on the fly, because you cannot game plan for an eBay block at your third. Speed is finishing up. He's proceeding with extra queens. So, I mean, this tells me that he probably wanted to play his Lingbane Hydra style with mass queens. He probably will go into that, but with a much, much later third base. No stim is being researched yet. That's actually not good. That's very much not good. How does that even make sense? 400 some gas? What? Really? That seems crazy. Anyway, so this is going to be pretty darn late. Normally this starport, which went down at like 3:55 here, goes down right around 3:30, even a couple of seconds before. So this is going to be late. However, the third base is more than 20 seconds late. So Jiggy will have an opportunity to get across there and possibly kill the third. However, a Roach Warren is finishing up, so it's not going to be the Lingbane Hydra, at least not by the looks of it. Whether or not Dust goes all in with this remains to be seen, but Jiggy is going with a normal 2-1-1. We're going to see 2 medevacs here. He's going for the double upgrade variation. He should take his third base after that. If he would, actually, yeah, did he get a tumor or not? I don't think he got a tumor, but if he would have, that would have been fantastic. That would have just made this push that's coming here at the third that much stronger. Was busy microing? Yeah, I think he was busy microing the Reaper. Might be so late roaches arrived before the move. It actually could be. I think, I'm guessing the roaches are going to stay, yeah, so the roaches are going to stay at home. But if the roaches were being rallied across the map, that actually could have been the case. But at any rate, yeah, so this is about, what? Yeah, it's going to be 15, more than 30 seconds late. Usually, these boost at 4:45. And in this case, it was like 5:20 or something. But either way, you know, Jiggy is not in bad shape by any means. He should be getting his third base soon. Okay, I take that back. He's going to go for the very heavy pressure variation. He's getting tanks and additional medevacs, so he is not going for the immediate third command center. He's going to put on a lot of pressure here. However, as soon as he sees that there are roaches and ravagers, he's going to have to make some kind of adjustment. The tank push right here doesn't work against this. The corrosive vials will take down the tanks immediately. Lair is finishing up. Still no third base, as I pointed out before. Here it is now. I think that's the adjustment that Jiggy's making. He should realize that that frontal push, or that map abuse push, will not work against Roach Ravager. However, if you're keeping a Roach Ravager player at home, keeping them 100% defensive, it opens up room for damage to be done through multi-pronged attacks such as this. Jiggy is going to look to head into the main at the same time that he harasses the third. No damage has really been done just yet. He might be able to pick off a few drones though. This is escape Dust's vision. Jiggy should look to come back into the natural here, maybe pick off a couple of Ravagers and head out. He is going to be able to kill a couple of drones, gets a queen as well. Not too bad, didn't lose anything for it. Like I said, would have liked to have seen him maybe at least clear some creep here. Third base is about 3/4 of the way done. Tank production is constant thus far. Additional barracks being added. We do have an armory. It is a bit late, so that 2-2 is going to be quite later than it could be. However, it's going to be 1-1 against 0-0. If Jiggy just macros out, like from here forward, just plays a macro game, continues with his upgrades, he actually should have an advantage. That's based on being far ahead of the Zerg player in upgrades when the Zerg is going for a Roach-based composition. Roaches, as we all know, do not scale well into the later stages of the game. So when they're on, when they're down 2 upgrades, they will get absolutely shredded by the Bio Ball. So the double Evo chambers have finished. Jiggy's armory has finished too. I really want to see him go into the 2-2. 1-1 has now started for Dust. Jiggy has the resources. He's just late to the 2-2. And the creep spread is starting to get a bit intimidating across the center of the map. Not to the left or right necessarily, but definitely quite good in the center. +1 vehicle weapons for Jiggy. Still no 2-2. As I said, it's going to be really important for him to get that, because his best opportunity to win is going to be at a 2-2 versus 1-1 or a 3-3 versus 2-2. The longer he waits to get the next stage of upgrades, the more he digs in to his own possible timing. So definitely want to see him get that going as soon as possible. It looks like Dust is actually posturing to attack at Jiggy's third base. I'm not sure. Not sure if he's going to follow through with that or not. Still no 2-2 here. This is really going to come back to bite Jiggy, especially since... Yep, there we go. Finally, the +2 attack, but especially since Dust is already maxed out. This is a maxed Roach Ravager army. It's going to hit at the third base. The 2-2 should actually be, like, if it was hit on time, it would have been finishing up right around now, which would have been a really, really nice advantage. That being said, it is still 1-1 against 0-0 now, so Jiggy has the potential to hold. He's overstimming his bio, though. The corrosive bios are very good so far. Dust is able to take out all of the tanks. I think Jiggy's going to have to pull his SCVs. There they go. So I'm really not sure who comes out ahead here. As I said, this bio is heavily overstimmed. Jiggy is going to be able to take out the remaining forces of Dust. And I don't think that Dust has any advanced tech on the way. To my knowledge, there's no infestation pit. Yeah. So basically we have a reset. With the upgrade situation, that should favor Jiggy. Dust is not yet spending his bank. He actually has a lot of minerals there. But I really want to see +2 armor from Jiggy. Just saw all your drops go back. Sorry. These boys are going at it both in game and in the chat. I love it. Dude is up 70 supply. It's GG. I don't know, man. The upgrade advantage is big, especially once +2 attack finishes, but how many tanks? Okay, this is the problem here. There's only one tank, and you can't attack into this. You can only defend. You cannot attack. Dust is going to be elated to see this. He's just going to get a surround. He has way, way too much army supply for Jiggy to contend with. You need that tank in siege mode. That was not the case. Bile is actually going to be enough to take out the third command center. And I mean, to Jiggy's credit, he played the game pretty darn well. Just the oversight on continuing with his upgrades really hurt. And then, you know, not making the proper call and trying to attack. That is a few Ravagers, yeah, indeed. And yeah, the creep was definitely a big problem as well, Doom Cookie. Because, of course, in order to attack, you would have to clear it at some point. Alright, I think this is probably going to be the last one for now, guys, and then we'll do another session later tonight. Oh my goodness. Actually, I've got to go right now. You know what? Shoot. Okay, I can delay it. I can delay it. I want to see Costas play. Any one of these guys, actually. So Costas versus Doom Cookie. This will be the last one for me, guys. And then, like I said, I'll be back in about 4 to 5 hours after the gym. So, and yeah, Falconet, that is right. I agree. Jiggy definitely damages macro with his Reaper. If he would have hit that crisply after that eBay block and the Reaper harassment, if his macro would have been crisp and he still hit the same timing with the 2-on-1 as usual, granted, like it was going to be a bit delayed because the engineering bay, of course, takes up some minerals, but at the same time, it definitely shouldn't have been delayed by like 30 seconds or 40 seconds, whatever it was. So if he would have hit that crisply, I think he actually could have been in pretty good shape. All right, anyway, let's get into this one. It's going to be the last game for me for now, guys. So without further ado, in the top left-hand corner of the map, he is the Red Terran, Doom Cookie. His opponent and my clanmate, he is the Blue Terran in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. It is Costas. So Costas going with the double gas, Doom Cookie so far just going with a single gas. Give me a moment here, guys, before it gets started to check my email. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, Dust won, Atira. It was a good game, though. Jiggy did a good job. Costas will push back this SCV. So as I pointed out before, it was a double gas opener versus a single gas. Of course, Doom Cookie has now taken his second gas. But we're going to see an aggressive TVT opener against just a standard Reaper expansion. Heard a grenade out there somewhere. Okay, so we got a little Reaper versus Reaper battle. Costas comes back up into the base, shuts the door behind him. And so he's actually doing the factory expand. 2 Reapers, Hellion. This is quite popular build now. To be honest, I don't know if most players do factory expand off of it or if they go for a starport after. I should know that, but I don't. But anyway, Hellion and 2 Reapers versus 1 Reaper. You can guess how that one works out. The point of this build is to hit your opponent before Cyclones are available. So 1 SCV has gone down. I like this by Doom Cookie. Good job keeping this Reaper alive. He's going to go back in and get a scout. You know, shouldn't be able to kill anything, but getting that scout off, seeing what the follow-up is really important. First Cyclone is out. I want to see Doom Cookie repair this. Costas pulls back. Definitely wants to be careful not to lose the Reapers there. Looks like the Hellion will escape as well. I hate Ravager so much, actually. Yeah, it's not that fun to play, in my opinion, anyway, but can definitely be effective for timing attacks. Not good just for standard gameplay at all. It's pretty awful, but for timing attacks, it's pretty strong. Anyway, all units are now flocking to Costas' side of the map. He actually might be able to pick off the Reapers here. That's pretty darn nice. He should push forward now. He should poke, I should say. Does not want to commit. Yeah, once you see the medevac and these Cyclones, you have to get the heck out of there, and this is why. Proper micro will always give the win to the medevac player. But anyway, both of the Reapers went down. One of the Cyclones, Doom Cookie, pulls back. He does have more Cyclones in production. We're going to be seeing Mech versus Bio. I've spoken with Costas before. I know that he is not a fan of Mech. So he and I are similar in that regard, in that we both struggle against Mech. We'll see if Doom Cookie can make it happen. Bunker at the front. This always helps against, of course, Hellion run-bys, but also helps against little pushes with Cyclones. What does everyone think about the new Twitch layout? Wait, what? I have not seen the new Twitch layout, and I don't know if I'm being trolled. I will refresh. So let's see. Is Nakamura trustworthy or not? Refreshing now. Give me a second. And that was the doorbell. I'm guessing that was probably like UPS or something. I'm not going to answer it. Yeah, I actually don't see any, I don't see anything new with the Twitch layout for me. So I'm not sure if being trolled or if it's just a late arrival. Anyway. Costas is going to get a really nice drop here with 2 Cyclones. Give me 1 second, guys. Was indeed UPS. Alright. So, I did not see how that drop ended. Looked like it started out pretty darn well, though, for Costas. Third base just starting now, and that was after, if I'm not mistaken, that was after the additional racks are being added. Second racks, anyway, but no third racks just yet. There's the third racks. Here's the fourth. We'll see a fifth. And we're going to have that classic struggle of Mech versus Bio, ladies and gentlemen. Interestingly enough, they're going to be on equal upgrades or approximately equal upgrades. That's never comforting for the Bio player. Oh my goodness. These guys are too much. And there's the second upgrade for Doom Cookie. So he's actually going to be in pretty good shape here. As long as he's not caught out of position, the late game is always going to favor the Mech player unless the Bio player can transition to air first, claim the skies, and then he can start to work away at the Mech army. But the Bio units themselves will not be able to do that, especially if the Mech player has an upgrade advantage, which will be the case, at least for a little while in this game. Armory is already complete. I do like that a lot from Costas. He's going to be able to go into +2 attack immediately. Worker count just about equal. Mech players tend to go up to a higher count than bio players because they need more gas saturation. But yeah, so after the initial pressure in the early game, got a bit of a stabilizing. Costas is posturing. Looks like he wants to attack that third. As the bio player, you feel as though you're on a timer. Pretty much are. Like I said, you're on a timer as far as your ground army goes. And at some point, you have to make the decision that you're going to go for air. You're going to try to win that air battle. Depending on what the mech player is doing, like if he's been adding in Vikings since the early game, could be difficult to win that battle. At any rate, nice interference matrix here. Actually, 3 of them on the forwardmost tanks of Doom Cookie. One of those expires. He recasts the spell. I mean, this is a really, really nice attack here from Costas. A very intelligent attack. I'm not sure he's going to be able to win the game outright with this, but forcing the liftoff is huge for him. Doom Cookie is going to continue on into his second tier upgrades, at least the attack for now. No plating just yet. Hellion Run-By is setting up. It's going to actually catch the double medevac drop coming across. And if Costas isn't careful, he's going to lose a lot of SCVs here. These Hellions do have Blue Flame. Nice run-by from Doom Cookie. I like this a lot. Really going to work on that worker count of Costas. Lots and lots of turrets, as well as Cyclones, are going to be in position to ward off this drop for now. And the tanks are still preventing the third from being landed at that location. However, it has been repositioned to the left side of the map, so Doom Cookie will resume mining shortly. Take a look at the worker count. It is slightly in Doom Cookie's favor. He does need to take these gases as soon as possible. We see that he is gas starved. He's also supply blocked. This is a harder location to hold because you can have army on the high ground here, especially if there are tanks set up, or maybe even liberators that are technically on the high ground, but their defender mode is hitting the low ground. So definitely a more difficult position to hold. Doom Cookie now reveals that he does have a lot of Vikings, so this is going to get pretty tricky for Costas. Costas is getting advanced ballistics. That's a really nice move. He's also making Vikings 3 at a time. I'm guessing there isn't an add-on. Okay, so he doesn't protect lab, of course. I should have known that. Should have inferred that from advanced ballistics. But anyway, so Vikings, liberators as well. Once advanced ballistics is finished, he's actually going to be in pretty good shape to deal with that mech army. He's got the planetary fortress 4th base behind it. Doom Cookie is actually going to push out here. A bit unexpected. Usually we see the mech player wait for max supply and then go. He's actually going to pick up some of the Vikings coming across the center of the map. We may see a base trade. We'll find out what Doom Cookie decides to do in a moment. The 3rd base is taken out immediately. Just DPS down by the Stim Marines. 4th base, though, goes down. For Costas, this is absolutely wild. And is he going to come back home? Yes, Costas is, as of right now anyway, it looks like he is going to come back home, but how is he going to engage on the ramp into these siege tanks once they are in siege mode? It's really hard to make the right call here. Doom Cookie has to be careful not, yes, just like that, to be careful not to lose those Vikings. Those Vikings are going to be critical for him to maintain his air superiority. The medevacs are leading the charge. That is not what you want. Costas needs to pull those back. The siege tanks are going to get up into the main, but they are not yet sieged. They are now, though. Vikings are off to the side. They should be coming up to the high ground to make sure that the bio can't get up the ramp for free. What a crazy, crazy game. Scan is used on the army of Costas. I think this tank is going to go down. It is, in fact, going to go down. The bio will eventually clean up these tanks, but a lot of damage has been sustained. Vikings are killed. Few remaining medevacs now. Doom Cookie actually can land on these tanks too. I mean, he may be able to close this out. What a wild base trade. One tank is still over here as well for Doom Cookie. Costas has managed to keep alive for to this point anyway. 3 of his bases. He did lose his 4th. Doom Cookie is also on 3 bases. the worker count is heavily in Doom Cookie's favor. So I think he actually has a worker lead and an army lead. However, in the lower supply counts, this definitely favors Bio. On the other hand, with no medevac support, Bio's not that great. It's actually pretty bad. So it's a really interesting situation. A low econ scenario, which like I said, usually that will favor Bio. But with no medevac support, the Bio units have to use Stim in order to do anything. And if you don't have medevacs above them, the Stim will just kill the Bio units. Costas is going to wrap around with this Liberator. I like that a lot. I mean, there are a million Vikings over here, but I like the idea. If you can get some kills before Doom Cookie respawns, could prove to be worthwhile. Yeah, I think he lost all of the medevacs here, but he definitely needs to remake them. He has to remake them, or his bio is going to be worthless. So Liberator, I think, got 1, maybe 2 SCV kills there. These Vikings are as good as gold, and the Hellion run by could end up doing critical damage. I love this bunker. The bunker is going to slow this down just a little bit. It's going to buy time for the bio to come over here, but if Doom Cookie does focus these SCVs, he could do damage. Excellent job here. Fantastic job from Costas. That could have done game-ending economic damage. Ran his SCVs away. This bunker is so clutch. And then lifting the supply depot to prevent the Hellions from giving chase. What a game to close the session, though. Base trade into a semi-stabilized position. Doom Cookie does not yet know about this 4th base. If Costas is able to get this up and running, he could actually close this one out with an attack at the 4th. The scan is just barely going to see the 4th base being landed, or I should say the main being floated over. Doom Cookie is not going to leave anything to chance. He's going to push now as he takes his 4th base behind it. And it looks like Costas wants to attack that 4th base. I do like that decision. He's definitely going to lose this battle here. Honestly, I think he has to go for the base trade. There's no real way for him to hold this without air superiority. We see the Vikings here are just dominating the skies, dominating the battlefield in general, picking off virtually all of the Vikings of Costas, picking off medevacs as well. Doom Cookie doesn't want to lose these. He's done enough work with them so far. Now all he needs to do is use them to elongate the range of his tanks. At the same time, the bio is going to swing in here and take out the first orbital command of Doom Cookie, which was floated down to the 4th base location. With no medevacs, though, there are only so many stims this bio can use. This was a fantastic counterattack here from Costas. It looks like he wants to head up toward the natural. Needs to be careful not to run into tank range. There are actually a lot of Liberators coming out as well. I think this bio did its job, and they probably need to retreat. This is absolutely insane. He's going to pick up another tank. At the same time, the tanks are now killing the SCVs on Costas. Yeah, I mean, if I were to call it, I would say that Doom Cookie does have the advantage right now. But if Costas can manage another counterattack, maybe he can make a miracle happen. He just can't engage this army head on. That's the biggest problem for him. Costas is going to push the Vikings back, but he's also going to run into the tanks. However, will the SCVs be enough? No, because they weren't. If they were spread out, maybe they could have triggered some friendly fire. But in that line, Doom Cookie is able to hold. Alright guys, I am out now. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks to everyone for playing. Hope you guys had fun. I will catch you later tonight. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. So have a great day everyone, and GG's.